What's going on? It's My Life in Shot. I'm your host, Donald Washington. Detective Allan Reddins, who was 40 years old, of the Oak Park Police Department. He was shot and pronounced November 29th. He was shot on his left side, went to the hospital, was pronounced. The suspect, which is him, is in custody. He was shot in the leg. His name is Jarrell Thomas, only 37 years old. These two can be brothers. They look just alike. Am I tripping? However, Officer Reddins has been a police officer since 2019. Let me tell y'all this. There is great and good police officers. Police officers who go to work every day to make a difference in their community. When I was younger, I used to look at police officers a different way. There was a big, huge disconnect from the community to police officers. And then sometimes there's officers, a lot of times, officers who are there to protect, who are there to make a difference in their community. And from what I understand, Detective Allan Reddins was that. He was a father, a son. He had siblings and people that cared for him and loved him. And he was just that great officer to make a difference. All right, so they're going to say, on Oak Park detectives, it's called Friday, of a suspect leaving the bank with a gun. They told him to produce his hands. He didn't. He pulled out a gun and shot the officer in the side. They say Detective Allan Reddins 40 responded about 9:30 a.m. on the 1000 block of Lake Street when the person leaving the bank, Chase Bank, with the gun. Told him to produce his hands. He pulled out a gun. However, I want to bring you guys this guy's rap sheet. So many times in a lot of states that are so soft on crime. Now that I'm older, I look at it in a different way than I did when I was 20. In my 20s, I thought, oh, everybody that commit a crime deserves 35,000 more chances. However, I did another show where a young lady, she was a cop, trying to make a difference in her community. I think she was like 25 years old. Getting off work, five people tried to carjack her. Allegedly, every single one of them at least, had like 4 other carjackings. And they knocked it down to criminal trespass to a vehicle, allegedly. And that's AKA stolen car. They knocked the charges down. Oh, you're just criminal trespassing, let them out. And that same one was like on probation and let out. Then they finally charged her with a carjacking. Make a long story short, Playboy should not have been on the streets. Now, in this case, this is his rap sheet here. They're saying habitual criminal by investigators allegedly from this news article I got it from. They're saying Thomas is considered a habitual criminal by investigators with previous history of multiple arrests for aggravated battery to a police officer, domestic battery, and resistance of a police officer. His first court appearance for this particular charge has not been set yet. He is in the hospital as of now. But, this is his rap sheet here. And as you can see it, he has several crimes. All right, so now I want to bring you guys Harvey. The young lady has been one of them, at least, has been identified. Her name is Kimberly Hale. They're saying family very close. They said according to a spokesman of the city of Harvey, the driver of the vehicle she was in, I believe she was a passenger, they believe. They're saying a black vehicle tried to cross the train tracks near Park Avenue, East 153rd Street, ahead of approaching the train tracks when the vehicle struck by a train and dragged on the tracks. They're confirming, transportation officials are confirming vehicle bypassed the lower crossing of the gate coming down. Kimberly Hale, along with another man and a woman, were in the vehicle at the time where she was pronounced. One of her family members in this article here says Williams spokesman, 27-year-old Kimberly Hale, who was one of 3 people that was pronounced in the vehicle. They believe she was one of the passengers, and that they were dropping family members off and headed to drop her off as well. So I want to bring you guys that story. Also, do you guys remember that story I brought you guys of the shooting? And I can't even say half these keywords because YouTube is like, up. Legal migrant charges shooting of a particular man headed to a synagogue in Chicago. They're saying he was found pronounced in his cell. And especially when you say apparent, they're trying to say, make sure you know it's apparent. Hell no. I'm a little skeptical of y'all. They're saying a legal migrant charged with, and I brought you guys this story where he shot at a man and he yelled, Allah Akbar. Saying he was 22 years old, was found unresponsive in Cermak Health Services Saturday. And apparent. I'm very skeptical when they say apparent during a routine check. They saying who was not considered a risk. Yeah, I know he wasn't considered a risk. Who was rushed where he was pronounced. No foul play suspected. Make sure y'all know. Make sure y'all know. No foul play expected. And apparent. When y'all try to dress it up like that, that's when I'm especially worried. Anyway, I wanted to bring you guys this story, man. There is good police officers out there trying to make a difference, and they do make a difference. And it makes a huge difference when police officers in your own community police your community most of the time. What happens is, if you were suspected of stealing a annihilator when you was 10, see, you can't become a police officer. See, you can't. And that's one of the things I had with the Nike, the trap. They was trying to trap young kids, young boys, at a basketball court in Chicago. They parked a big Nike truck right next to a basketball court. They come in our community and do it. They don't go to theirs and do it. But this was a bait truck. So they come to our community, bait these young kids, 10, 13, 14 years old, into stealing something. Therefore, they got their first arrest. So now when they grow up to get a job, see, when you was 13, see, you stole something, see, felony, can't get a job. And then they got to resort to theft, stealing, selling drugs, robbing, shooting each other, back to jail. And it's a cycle. It's a cycle they got us trapped in. And so they were like, hey, I live in this community. I've changed after 20 years. Yes, I stole some shoes and a bait truck that y'all baited me into. Shout out to the activists that stopped that bait truck. You probably saved at least 15 lives. Because as soon as one of them kids saw that, they was going to tell all their friends. Everybody that jumped in that truck was going to go to jail and it's going to be on their record forever. They had Jordans on there worth more than $200, and that's a felony. They was going to put felonies on them kids that was going to last and stick forever. Then when they try to get a job in their own community to make a difference in their own community, see, we want to hire you as a cop, but right there it says you stole something when you were 13. You have a felony on your record. You can't become a police officer. So let's get that police officer that's from not even your community, Mount Greenmore, to be a police officer in Inglewood. I'm sure he's going to patrol your community with love. And that's what we get, and that's where the breakdown starts. So they got it trapped right away. Because, if you from Inglewood, no, see, when you was 10, you stole an annihilator. You can't become a police officer. So we got to get somebody else. So, people that want to become police officers, definitely in your community, definitely look into that profession and, make a difference in your community. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, let me know what you think about this video. Peace, y'all.
See on fire, ooh, down to the wire. My life in the shy. Ooh, it's my life in the shy.